Counting up on the alum Jinger Duggar recently took part in an interview during which she discussed the latest developments in her relationship with her brother Josh Duggar. Due to the fact that Josh was arrested by the CSAM in April of 2021, the Duggar family was subjected to criticism. As a direct consequence of the unfavorable coverage, Jim, Bob, and Michelle decided to permanently withdraw from their use of social media. Continue reading to learn what Jinger has to say about the present situation of her relationship with Josh. Jinger Duggar's due date is a question that everyone is waiting for. Many of Jinger's followers were taken aback when she revealed that she and Jeremy are expecting their third child together. The ex-Counting On star revealed the thrilling information in October of last year. Jinger claims that she will provide birth to her third child in the month of March in the year 2025. At the same time, she disclosed that she was expecting a son during the holiday party that the Duggar family was attending. During a recent interview, Jinger stated that her children have been very enthusiastic about the impending arrival of their baby brother. She also predicted that Felicity will play the role of a second mother to one of her kids. At this time, Hannah and Jinger are the only members of the Duggar family that are expecting a child. An unexpected relationship between Jinger and Josh Duggar has been revealed by Jinger. On a recent occasion, Jinger participated in an interview in which she discussed her forthcoming book. On the other hand, Jinger was questioned about her relationship with her brother Josh at a later point in the conversation. An ex-member of the television show Counting On claims that she has not communicated with her older brother at all since he was given a sentence of 12.5 years in jail. Jinger Duggar has revealed her current relationship status to her parents. In the same interview, Jinger Duggar discussed her relationship with her parents and offered her thoughts on the matter. The former cast member of Counting On claims that her connection with Jim, Bob, and Michelle is farther convoluted than it was before. It would appear that she is in the same predicament as her sister, Jill, who has been emotionally distant from her parents for a number of years. She asserted that she had a deep affection for her parents and her family. On the other hand, there will always be topics on which they will have different opinions. Additionally, she followed by saying, "But when all is said and done, I have nothing but love." The Duggar family, once a staple of reality television, has been subject to intense public scrutiny for years, largely due to the actions of its eldest son, Josh Duggar. The family's journey through controversy, particularly Josh's involvement in multiple scandals, has been a complex and painful narrative. Jinger Duggar, however, has taken a surprising route in how she navigates her relationship with her brother, offering new insights into the intricacies of forgiveness, faith, and family bonds in the face of public judgment. Jinger's relationship with Josh, once shrouded in silence and uncertainty, has come into the spotlight as she has begun to open up about their current dynamic. This shift marks a significant departure from the family's earlier public responses to Josh's actions, providing a glimpse into the challenges and healing within the Duggar family. The Duggar family. A reality shattered. The Duggar family's rise to fame came through their reality television show 19 Kids and Counting, which focused on the large family's strict Christian values and traditional way of life. The family's popularity was built on the portrayal of wholesome family dynamics, conservative views on marriage, and the emphasis on family unity. Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, the patriarch and matriarch, raised their children in a strict environment that placed faith at the forefront of their lives. However, the family's public image was shattered in 2015 when Josh Duggar, the eldest son, was accused of molesting several of his sisters as a teenager. This revelation rocked the Duggar world and led to a series of events that resulted in the cancellation of their television show. The scandal became a national topic, overshadowing much of the Duggar family's previous charm and causing many to question their values and family structure. In the wake of the scandal, the family went into damage control mode. While Jim Bob and Michelle publicly defended Josh, many of the Duggar children, including Jinger, were forced to process the deep emotional trauma in private. The dynamics within the family, which had once been portrayed as ideal and harmonious, were now fraught with tension. Jinger's personal growth and transformation. Unlike some of her siblings, Jinger Duggar was always seen as a child who displayed a greater degree of independence. As one of the middle children in the family, she began to show signs of challenging the more restrictive traditions of the Duggar household. Her marriage to Jeremy Vuolo in 2016 marked the beginning of a new chapter for Jinger, one that took her further away from the family's conservative lifestyle. Jeremy, a former professional soccer player turned pastor, shared many of Jinger's values but also had a more progressive outlook on life. Together, the couple moved to Los Angeles, far from the family's base in Arkansas, to build a life that would be independent of the strict traditional values the Duggars had followed for so long. In California, Jinger began to express herself more freely. Her wardrobe became more relaxed, her interactions with the public less scripted, and she began to take a more open stance on issues like modesty, mental health, and personal autonomy. However, as Jinger began her new life with Jeremy, the shadow of her brother Josh's past actions remained. While many fans were focused on Jinger's transformation into a more independent woman, few knew how she was personally grappling with her relationship with Josh. It was clear that her relationship with him would never be the same, but how that relationship evolved over time remained unclear. A sister's pain. Jinger's struggle with Josh's past. Jinger was not one of the siblings who immediately spoke out after the scandal broke. She, like many of the Duggar children, had to wrestle with the deep pain caused by Josh's actions. The weight of that pain was not just emotional but spiritual. Growing up in a family where faith was the cornerstone of everything, Jinger's faith was tested in new and difficult ways as she processed Josh's betrayal. The revelation that her brother had molested several of his sisters, including herself, was a devastating blow. In interviews, Jinger has shared how she struggled to reconcile the brother she knew growing up with the person accused of such horrific actions. "There was a time when I didn't know how to process what had happened," she said in a 2023 interview. "It was a shock, and I didn't know how to deal with it. There was so much pain, and I didn't have the answers." For years, Jinger remained silent on the subject, unsure of how to speak publicly about her brother. Her silence, though, wasn't a sign of endorsement or support. Instead, it was an expression of her internal conflict. As a member of a deeply religious family, she felt the pressure to forgive but struggled with the reality of Josh's behavior. Forgiveness, especially for something so deeply traumatic, wasn't simple. Despite the emotional distance that grew between them, Jinger never completely closed herself off from Josh. She made it clear that while there was healing to be done, family connections were not easily severed. "He's my brother," Jinger said. "We grew up together. It's complicated, but there's always love there, even when there's pain." The surprising revelation. Jinger speaks out. It wasn't until recently that Jinger began to open up about her relationship with Josh in a more direct way. In 2023, during a candid interview, she revealed the current state of her relationship with her brother. The surprising part of Jinger's story wasn't that she had forgiven him. Many were expecting that. Rather, it was her willingness to admit the complexity of that forgiveness and her ongoing work to reconcile her feelings. "I've had to come to terms with the fact that forgiveness doesn't mean pretending nothing happened," Jinger explained. "Forgiveness is about letting go of the bitterness and anger that can consume you. I am still processing it, but I am trying to heal." Jinger's decision to speak out about her brother is an important shift in how the Duggar family handles its public image. For years, the family maintained a unified front, with many of Josh's siblings remaining silent or defending him. Jinger's willingness to share her journey is a departure from the family's past approach, signaling a new phase in her personal growth and relationship with Josh. Her words were met with mixed reactions from the public. Some praised her for being open about her struggles and the process of healing, while others criticized her for not being more definitive in her stance on Josh's actions. However, Jinger was clear that her relationship with Josh wasn't about pleasing the public or adhering to a specific narrative. It was about her own journey of healing. "I don't have all the answers and am not trying to be a spokesperson for forgiveness," she said. "But for me, this is where I'm at. I'm choosing to move forward, and that's all I can do right now." Faith and forgiveness. The role of religion in Jinger's journey. Faith has always been central to the Duggar family's way of life, and Jinger's journey is no different. As she navigates the complexities of her relationship with Josh, her faith plays a significant role in how she processes her emotions and moves forward. In interviews, Jinger has explained that her Christian values have helped her understand the importance of forgiveness, even in the most difficult situations. However, she has also acknowledged that forgiveness doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior. "Forgiveness is not about saying what happened was okay," she explained. "It's about finding peace within yourself. It's about choosing not to let anger control your life." Her comments about forgiveness highlight a more nuanced understanding of the concept than what many may expect from the Duggar family. While the Duggars have been known for their emphasis on forgiveness, Jinger's perspective is less about absolution and more about personal healing. For her, forgiveness is not a one-time event but a process, a journey that takes time and requires self-reflection. The road to reconciliation. Jinger's relationship with Josh today. As of now, Jinger and Josh's relationship remains a work in progress. While they have not returned to the closeness they once shared as children, there are signs of healing. Jinger has made it clear that she is not minimizing the severity of Josh's actions, but she is choosing to move forward with grace, both for her own well-being and for the sake of family unity. "I'm not saying everything is perfect or that there aren't still wounds," Jinger shared. "But I am saying that I'm working on healing, and that includes working on my relationship with Josh. It's not easy, but it's something that I'm willing to put effort into." For many, Jinger's relationship with Josh will always be viewed through the lens of his past actions. But for Jinger, the process of healing is personal. She is choosing to prioritize her own growth and emotional health while maintaining her commitment to family. This, in many ways, is the most surprising aspect of her relationship with Josh today, her ability to reconcile love and pain, forgiveness